Well, once again, Insidious Gaming starting as the blue side, this time to the west.
Yep, and their lineup, actually, I was wrong. They're not going with that Borsig. I think it's they do have a tendency to lose whenever they go with that Borsig, so I guess
Of late, yes, it's true.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of staying away from that at this point, especially since they're down 2-1 right now, so they absolutely have to win this. But they do go with a very standard lineup here. They went with almost the same lineup as last set, except they did trade, I believe it was the Pershing, for now the WD-132.
Yeah, controlled by Nisa. On the other side, though, it's exactly the same lineup as we've seen on all 3 previous sets, except that one IS-3 was traded for 1390 for that extra mobility.
Yeah, definitely. They want that extra mobility, especially on a map like this. I mean, with a lot of open space, you know, an AMX-13 is, you know, actually as well as the WD-132, these 2 light tanks are extremely useful in these situations here. So I'm curious to see how the elite light scout battle is going to happen, because usually we do see, you know, the 2 elite light scouts kind of dueling it,
well, you
kind of battling.
Don't forget though, you still have Adhesive here with his Pershing as well. That's a bit of an argument, because it's not the fastest medium tank, but it's still, you know, fast enough to outmaneuver all the heavier counterparts that he's got. So, well, once again, as could be expected from ISG, they're totally monopolizing that northern pass, and I believe it's Nissan is 1390 that's just all the way up to the north of the airfield area.
Yeah, Mr. Adhesive also there down to the kind of southern hilltop area as well in his Pershing, of course. He was spotted, so, you know, both Elite and Griffs trying to, you know, maybe get some angles here, but I think they're still a little bit too far, and the rest of their team just not they're just not in position yet. So
yeah, indeed. Well,
really,
it's kind of unfortunate that Adhesive could not crack any shots at the ISG tanks as they were making their way to the northern pass. I think like he didn't get towards that watery area in time to cut off the advance from the ISG tanks. And look at that now, Insidious Gaming just creeping even more towards the eastern parts of that northern pass area, pretty much. Yeah, usually it's right there at that intersection, right behind that rock, where the enemy tanks are lurking. But this time around, I don't think they're there, because you've got Nissan is 1390 all the way up north that's providing vision for everyone. And that's why the ISG tanks are moving like even further forward, because they're realizing that none of the enemy tanks are there.
Yeah, most definitely. So they are continuing to creep over there to the eastern part of the map, and if for some reason it seems like Not Tonight are slowly like moving backwards.
You know what? They're reverting to the original strategy, which is pretty much wait for Insidious to make a push and just defend their base, which is what paid off, you know, for them, like in sets number 1 and 2, pretty much, both on Anscan on Himmelsturm. However, this time around, something tells me that yeah, it's not going to happen. The same scenario is not going to happen 3 times in a row, especially because this map is a lot more open, and wherever it is, like, you know, that you're starting, whether east or west, you've got nowhere to hide.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's only a matter of time before Insidious Gaming have that sort of same surrounding maneuver they had in the very first time we played on the first set. They had a very nice kind of a U-shaped kind of push going on, but they just didn't capitalize on their positioning and on their lineup.
They didn't have enough time, like,
yeah. But this time, you know, if Not Tonight don't do something about it soon, Insidious Gaming are going to make that same kind of situation happen, and I'm sure this time around, if they get that opportunity, they're going to take it.
Oh, they will take it, most definitely. So, and besides, like I've just mentioned, you know, Airfield is not a map where you can actually just lurk and wait for your enemies to crash on you, because you don't really have cover, except for the northern pass, which has been deserted by the Not Tonight tanks. Yeah, you've got Daslama here trying to crack a shot at Nisa, and Nisa landing that shot. You know, he didn't miss this time around, so Daslama taking about 300 damage here.
Yeah, very nice shot by
Nisa. Yeah, and just pretty, well, nicely done as well, because Daslama is in an IS-3.
Oh,
so,
Hobbs. Oh, T1 battle.
Hobbs and Miko's just pretty much coming on top of every single one of his T1 duels.
He's like one of the best T1 players I've ever seen, man. Seriously.
And Adhesive taking a shot from Sichai as well. Yeah, in that poking war, something tells me that ISG is probably going to get the edge because, well, they're just better at it. And they've got the better positioning too.
Yeah, this guy's in a very nice position, actually.
Yeah, he's on that window. He did take, I think, like 2 hits.
Oh.
Yeah, the third one here. He's a little bit exposed, but it's a really nice balcony. Like, you know, he shouldn't stay there right now. He should actually creep up there once the fire starts.
Yeah.
And all his opponents are getting
or
busy
while his team's pushing, so that
exactly, so he can provide cover fire.
Yeah, the focus is not on them.
Indeed, like, because if he gets on the balcony right now, nobody's really just everybody would just pay attention to him pretty much. So that's why he's taking a couple of
base
hits.
capture starting though. For not tonight. So Insidious Gaming, they have to come back to defend this.
Yeah, it's under the thumb. They're just gonna send
yeah.
Nisa back. Nisa's more than enough to take care of this.
He should have no problem. Mr. Adhesive is still in the southern part of the hilltop area, ready to defend. But Nisa should have no problem here. I mean, he's really fast and there's a lot of cover. At least, I mean, still destructible, but there's still a decent cover there for Nisa to kind of maneuver around.
Well, yeah, and besides, he's got all the time in the world. It's only like one tank capturing his base,
actually.
so 2. Oh, is it?
Yep, I think it's the
that remaining T1.
I think it's Miko and Under the Thumb.
Yeah. I saw Under the Thumb. I didn't see Miko out there. That's why.
Okay.
But look at that now. It's just yeah, everybody's progressing like to the south.
Oh, this base capture though. 5 seconds now.
It's gonna be all right.
Okay, it gets delayed. Okay.
Nisa was just right there. He was waiting for his teammates to actually come for a surrounding maneuver, and look at that. Now he's just rush.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah. No, it's just honestly, I know it's a little premature for me to call this, but I see an ISG win. Their spread is just so much more efficient at this point. Look at that. All the Nocturne tanks are in a bottleneck right now, and they're getting and look at that. They're gonna get flanked as well by Elite and Nisa out there. So.
Oh man, high maintenance down to 178.
Yeah, he goes
getting
down.
taken out.
Exactly. So,
and Under Thumb getting taken out as well.
Indeed. So that 1390 and that 5100 going down. Yeah, just as soon as I saw the positioning, I was just like, yeah, no. Nisa was not like, you know, he wasn't playing with fire. He's just waiting for his 2 teammates to come so that he would have an overwhelming advantage and take that 1390 out, like Under the Thumb.
Yeah, just kind of giving the enemy team a slight bit of hope.
And look at that, Das Lama is just like, it almost looks like an execution. He's just down in a corner and he's got like 4 tanks shooting at him.
Pretty much.
Oh my Buddha, look at that. And Adhesive's just all alone now. And look at 5 tanks are rushing him. 5 tanks. That is